Good morning, guys. Good afternoon or good evening, depends from which part of the world you are watching. And welcome back to the channel, to this small group build. So all week long I was checking a Facebook group what you have done and who just got their kids on recently, just literally in a day, catch up with us. So good job, guys, you are doing really very good job. And I was really impressed with that second kit from model Shipways, same Lobster smug, but it is with much bigger quantity of details, parts, and bigger quantity of bulkheads. And actually, this is what will be very interesting to compare. Midwest kits, they are not missing parts and details, but they are very simplified, so it is very easy to build. But model Shipways version, it's designed like a real boat, how they were built in real life. So it will be very interesting to see the result in the end. Can we find the difference and just which model will be more realistic? So now I like to do everything more historically accurate and how it was really built, etc., etc. So probably if I have seen that kit before, I would choose also model Shipways version, but so be it, I have chosen this one. But it will be very interesting to see if we can find differences, historically accurate build model or simplified like this one, Midwest. So, and so far so good, everybody are doing well, so I'm happy to see these results. And the plan for today, I think we need to prepare it for planking. And this is also will be the difference between two models. This one has literally two sheets on each side. When the model Shipways version, it really planked like a real Lobster smug. So they have laser cut planks, so it will simplify this job. You don't have to narrow them, you just have to cut and glue, but you have bigger quantity of pieces, so should be more fun to build. But actually in the end of the day, when we will paint it, nobody will see that it was planked piece by piece, or was it planked just with two sheets. So this is the point, that this is the difference. So this is what I'm trying to explain, what if we can see in the end of the day the difference between historically accurate build model or simplified like this one. So let's check the instructions and what we should do. So better to check a few steps forward before you will cut or glue something. So where is my camera? Like this. I believe we finished at this stage. Oh, actually this number 10, all of them perfectly leveled 90 degrees. So now we need to glue this piece of small deck in the cockpit. Yeah, we leveled the transom. We did also it with the transom. So now we need to glue actually the deck. We need to send everything to at one line to glue the deck. This is what they are explaining, exactly this. So we need to make also proper one line on the lower part when we will be planking. It is important. We need to glue this additional plank, or how they called it. What is this? Just bend the strip into the notches. Okay, just strip for strength. And the piece which will keep mast in proper position. This is what I was trying to do with the day sailor, because it was only a keel, so mast was perfectly vertical towards fore and aft, but not to left and right. So it was like moving back and forth. That's why I was trying to create also something to support it. So here it is well designed. So this part, this triangular part with the hole, will hold the mast in proper position. So I believe this is what we have to get in the end. Yes. So let's prepare it for planking. And let's start with that small piece of deck for the cockpit. know. I believe this is planking, this is planking. This we will use later. This is also planking. Oh, we will need this. We will need this one. It's too bright. Still too bright. I think now it is better a little. So let me cut this. And again, this kit made out of basswood, so it is completely wooden, everything. I like it. Let me cut this. This is not very sharp scalpel. I will use newer one. This one is actually not very sharp too. Better to cut these parts with sharp blades. I believe we will need these parts, or some of them, from the latest stages. So let's keep them. Don't know what is this, but let's put it back. For now, we don't need it. So, I was searching for cockpit, or that was a cockpit. Okay, let me check. Haven't seen anything even similar to that shape. So yes, it is written here, this is cockpit floor, so it was part. Okay. Come back, this is a cockpit. And where was it? Triangulars? Oh, found them. I will keep all these leftovers and cuts off just in case if I will need some wood to make something. So I will keep it. So this is from here. Should I center it properly? Let me check the instructions. The logic is I have to center. Yes. Okay. I can do that. If I can find my small ruler. Don't know where is it. I have a bigger one. It will do the job too. What was the width of this? I can mark it. I can position it like this. Just will mark the center line. Something like this. It is not very tight, what I don't like. But let me check if there will be any flooring. Oh, this is our flooring actually. And I think this is our flooring. It's not very beautiful when it is just flat. I'm tempted to imitate planking of this. Yep. So I want to do this. Now it's too dark. I will mark it like 5 millimeters wide. And now I want to imitate it as, so I'm just not in this position, just to make it wider, to simulate planks. I need something. Let me mark a little more. Actually, I have a fantastic file. If I can find it. Somebody told me once that they have special name for this specific wide, very thin files, but this is just perfect for doing this. This was a gift, but I have seen them on Amazon. Just really, honestly, don't know what is the proper name for them. Sapelli, this is very often used in kits like Okra, Artisania Latina. They are using Sapelli a lot. I made a mistake on one. Let me sand it more on top. Touched it in wrong spot. Literally just touched this plank. Better. I think it's visible. Now it become like planks. The only what I don't like that it is playing like this. So probably I think I have seats or benches here so that it will close it. Let me check. Let me check. It is actually more visible on the drawings. Not this one, but this one. Yeah. Come on, open. So yes, it is visible. This is our floor, and we have benches here. So let me check how wide this part. Oh, and I have seen this part somewhere. So no. Should be somewhere. I don't think that this is it. Let me check instructions. this is supports for the seats, where is seats itself. Oh. Feed the seats into the cockpit. Good. Oh, I found them. This is where they are. This is walnut. So I have to shape it on my own, okay. So this is our seats actually. Just want to check how wide they are. So this is two hatches and this is our two seats. Okay, let me check. We see if this is our seats and they should be like this. Let me show it closer. So I will glue this flooring closer to this bigger bulkhead without a gap here, but I will insert some cuts off of leftovers from planking or something. Let me position it right. Something thin. I have seen some thin planks in this kit, so I will glue it later at the latest stages, and I will close that gap, because when I will put seats, even if it is a little slightly visible, it is not that really visible. The seats will close this gap, something like this. I don't want to press it hard, but even if it will be slightly visible at some angles, so this is how we will hide this. Let me put it aside, and I can glue. I want to hide a little more sandpaper. Just wash it. Because I made my file just jumped. Now I can't see it. Where is it? On this plank. And I created double line. Slight, but did. So I want to clean it. Just marked. And it is very soft wood. Under the paint it will be very visible. Actually, maybe this one is not painted. Let me check one more time the instructions, but probably it will be painted, I'm afraid. Almost cleaned. So I'm just sanding that thin line which I made when I was imitating planks. Like this. Just too clean for gluing. And let's glue this part. here just for gluing. And properly positioned on my center marks. Properly positioned. I mean positioned. Now I will remove this glue. Don't have really bent or do something, so I just will leave it like this and it will dry without any help. Okay, this one, yeah, done. What was next? I believe right now we need to prepare it for this big piece of deck. This is what I will do. So we definitely need to sand this huge, no, not really huge, just huge angle. Just let me position it. Oh, so you can see we need to create on this transom same angle as it is here. So we need to sand the entire surface. And probably we will shape everything because we need to do or to get something like this. In the end of the day. So let's shape it. So special for this live stream, I prepared new blocks, new sanding blocks. So now I need to dig them and unclump them and more clumps and one more finally. So this is, I believe, 100. And this one 240. So we have two sanding blocks. Let me remove all this from here. Sign this one 240 and this one was 100. This will be the most tricky to sand because so not to rip it off and also to create proper angle. Not to over sand, the most important, I mean. Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad that you are learning something. So it is also written in the instructions that small gap can be left, but we will fill it with a wood filler or something at the latest stages before painting. And actually, now I have small experience with painted model, like with the Day Sailor. I haven't created entire layer on all surfaces of that model, so some parts were wooden, some parts were with that wood filler, and my experience now tells me that I have to cover entire model and create at least thin, tiny half-transparent layer of that wood filler on entire model, because under the paint, wood absorbs paint and creates such like fibers become, some of the fibers become more visible, and it is not beautiful. So I painted a couple of times white paint, 2 or 3 times. How many times I repainted it? It was first layer, it was wood primer, or I primered twice and paint twice. I did something, I remember I was sanding because I wanted to sand that fibers which were very visible. So on this model I will try to make it more beautiful, so I will cover entire hole with that filler before painting. Can sand a little more on this sides. Okay, let me position it. Yeah, and we have small gap right here, so we will use filler for this one. Don't know how much it is visible, but and we need to sand slightly this bulkhead and the rest of them also a little. Let me start with the biggest, because I leveled this bulkhead at this edge, so I need to sand this edge, so it will be same level as on this side. This. So now we need to do this. And basswood in this situation, this is very good wood, very soft, very easy to sand, very fast, very easy to over sand, so you just literally touch and it is ready. Let me try. And you should see this side inside. Just something is not right in the middle here. Good. And probably just a little more on this one. This side is perfect. And this one, slight sand right here. And just to clean this for gluing. To use sand and sealer, I don't know what is this. I need to check the terminology actually. When you are applying primer, you don't have to use, I'm using usually wood filler, maybe you mean. Wood sealer before painting. But when you are using primer, actually this is why you are using it. When you are using it, fibers can rise, you can get some hair, so you can sand model, primer one more time, and then you will get proper surface for painting. This is probably why I don't like paint wooden models. Maybe that's why plastic models much easier to paint, because you don't have to worry about all that hair, raised hair, etc. Okay, I need to sand slightly this one. This one is just perfect. Don't need to do anything. And probably slightly this on the sides. One more time to check before gluing. Actually, what I'm seeing right now is that, I don't know how much it is visible right now, you see this bulkhead, this small one, so probably I need to sand it a little more because it is bigger than this deck and it is visible. Or it is support for that combings. Let me check. Yeah, it will be a support. But still too big. Like too big. Where was it? I have seen it somewhere. Okay, this is the thickness of this material, and it is very, very thin. But even if I will position this thickness, still visible. So what I want to do, I just will create slight angle on this bulkhead. I will create same angle like on the flooring, just to get this because it is even when I will glue these parts, bent parts, it will be some like spot for support it, but it's still much bigger than this thickness of the material. So just to make it more beautiful. And file can help me here. Of course, it would be much easier to do it before gluing bulkhead on the model. And second side, same. Good job. It's too long file. I need to search it on Amazon just to know how it look like. This sanding sealer. Okay, I will remember this. Thank you. Need to try it. Right now I want to break this file to make it shorter, so I can reach this. That's how I'm getting broken files, probably. Almost. The problem is that files working on one side you are actually sending, another you just moving it back. So that's why it is not convenient on this side. Don't know how much it is visible that I created slight angles. Actually, is it working? Now let me position it. So now if it is visible, so you're still sticking out, yes, visible, but not that much center. So I will put that bent parts on top of them, but it is still also sticking out here, but they are not sticking out too much like it was before. So I just created slight angles. This should improve it. Thank you for the tip. Yes, I'm actually learning here too how to paint models, because I'm usually building only wooden models, and my favorite period, this is 16th century. So when they were absolutely wooden, even wooden, not nails, between planks, the joints, flat joints, when two planks were positioned like this and between them were the joints. That's why the older the shipwreck, the better survived whole, because no metal nails, nothing rusted, everything was connected and joined on joint on wooden dowels and this wooden connectors. I don't remember the proper name. So, and I like that period the most. I think I'm ready to glue this one, but I want to mark this in the transom part. So I will not shift it, just a couple of marks. Let's glue it. I need more glue. And I will use soldering iron to speed up the curing process. Or I'm thinking, or should I glue this first plank, because then I just glue on top of this deck and it can dry. Oh, let me check. What was the plan? What would be more convenient to glue first? We have also Keel strip, let's say, because it's right here we have gap. Yes, and we have also to glue this is also slot for additional plank. I need sizes of these planks. (1/16) and 1/16 in millimeters, please. I need to calculate this or convert it into millimeters. So 1/16, this is 1.6 millimeters. And 12 inches. This is 305 millimeters. Okay, then I will glue first these strips because it will be much easier and faster to cure PVA glue with this soldering iron. So I will put it to warm up and we'll search for these strips. At the lowest possible temperature. Not like I have burned first bulkhead in the previous episode. No, I don't need this bag. I need this bag. And I need to look for 1.6. I believe this is it. Oh, this is 0.96, 97, not this one. What is this one? Probably this one. Oh, this is correct one. Yes, I need this one. 305. Practically this is the proper size. And one more. Actually only two of them are here. No, three. I have one more. I need two. And they should go here. Just need to create proper angle in the end. FYI, it's like this. It should be just at the same position as this part of, let's say, keel. And this can fit. This I need to clean. Oh, this is probably just explanation of this strip, but it should end at this bulkhead. So then I need to cut it to the proper length. But I will keep this piece. I will need it in the future. I need to clean this slot. And this one. So now I can fit it. Need to clean it more here and here. Painted finish decorators. I think I just found a new term which I need to check. What is this? Actually, if you will make a slightly bigger slot here, it is not that important because you can clamp this plank to the keel and it will not be visible. Perfect. Slightly more here. It stays there. So should be it just slightly shorter. Should be here. Okay. Just have broken corner. Don't want to lose it. It's completely broken, just chipped off. So I want to glue it back. Don't run away. Don't escape. Just put it back. Stay there. Stay there. And now I want to cure this glue so it will stay here, preferably not burning. And I wanted the lowest, not the highest temperature, so you should cool off like this and like this. So this is how I have to glue it. In this position. I will prepare second one and I will glue two simultaneously and will clamp them simultaneously. Again, I need to clean this too. Scalpel. I need scalpel to mark. Come on. I just want to create slight angle here on the bulkhead because it bends this little plank. Like this. Perfect. So let's start gluing this, and I will use same clamps which are available in your kits. And slightly not very thick layer, don't want to clean this after gluing on the model. Just very thin layer. On the side. What I actually do, I just will create stop line, or I just can clamp it. Like this. But I will, actually it is not visible here if it is something sticking out or not. But here I will need bigger clamp, like this. Now I will warm it up so the glue will cure faster and I can glue second side. Let me check my camera. use my sponge? I don't know. Just warm up this plank, set that the curing of glue, this process will speed up. Literally, I'm boiling it and evaporate water from the glue and it becomes stiff almost instantly. And I want to clean glue here. Don't want it to be visible. And in this part, actually I probably can already unclamp it. It will not run away. But before, I will apply glue on the other side. Visible. Like this. And on this stick, which side is correct? Right, this. Okay. I will clamp it immediately. And here. But first I need to clean it. To create proper angle in the end. And to clean this glue on the keel inside and outside, below or above. And a little here. Need to clamp it. Check other spots. And let's make it current faster. How much visible? Just a drop of glue here. Come on, I want inside it. Slight gap. I need to clean the rest. And just to warm it up to speed up the curing. At what stage are you with the St. Philip? Grain filler. Actually, this is probably for what purpose I'm using shellac. Before applying, for example, even primer, shellac is not so, it is not growing such hair as after a primer, for example. So it is working like wood sealer. I name it wood sealer, probably this is the wrong term then, and this is grain sealer then. I'm sorry for my terminology, sometimes I'm just translating directly from Ukrainian and can sound weird. I think I did my best. It should already cool off and be more stiff. But now let's look for this second bigger plank. This is it probably. But before gluing that, I need to glue these 3 small pieces. And just for gluing it, I need to clean this burned sides. And it should be laying on this one, on top of this one, and again 90 degrees. So I just can draw the line, something like this, perpendicular to the bulkhead. Let me try. Ooh. Yep, it is correct position. So just need to clean both of them and to glue them. In my case, I just have shellac, and I bought a lot of it, and I have no idea how and where to look for this plain sand and sealer. And sometimes I'm just throwing out shellac which I haven't used, so better to use it. Okay, like this. Glue. Oh, it is here. Let me sneeze. I was working with cyanoacrylate 3 weeks and got such an awful allergy as never before. That I'm sneezing now even from each more sharpish smell. Not only from cyanoacrylate. Just want to see the level. Nobody never see this burnt glue here, so I can do this. But I will clean it probably on the lower part, because I remember there should be a piece of sort of filling the gap out from balsa. I have seen the blocks, so better to keep this part clean without glue. And second side. short wire. I need longer. I'll actually continue talking about this grain filler. Really, I tried it on the day sailor and shellac is working much better than the primer. So probably first shellac, then primer, then paint. Okay, this one is in its proper position too. Or almost proper. But we need to cut it here because it is right in front of this groove, so it will be at the proper level. Or just to sand it probably. Actually, what is written here? Anything about it? Just remove 2 breast hook shells, glue them. That's it. Okay, then let's cut it because we have it here. Or I just can take a piece of wood and just to check it how it goes. Same here. Just got glue myself to this. And this should be 116, 118. So 116, this is 1.6, and 118. 1.4. Okay, 12 inches is 305 millimeters. I have. This is interesting because here it's much wider. So it should be for wider plank. Not like 1.6 millimeters, 1.4 millimeters. And it is also in the instructions much wider, so I think this is just a mistake. So it should be 3 millimeters and 1.6. I will say this is wrong. Should be 3. this is what it is doing here, and I don't need it for anything else. But probably I need to shape in the stern proper angle. Yes, I need. Something like this. And I'm creating angle, so it will be glued also at proper angle. Plus sanding after. Like this. And on the second side. And at an angle. Bigger. Slightly bigger. Actually, it should be bigger here too. Let's glue it. Or first I also have to shape in the bow something. Yes, I have to create proper length and angle. And I believe also in this direction should be proper angle. And probably shape this triangular part slightly. something like this. And I believe I have to also shape the bow then, so just let me show you from this side. So I just need to create same angle on this plank. So I need to send a slightly bigger angle. How much visible? So like this. Visible. And I need to glue it all the way here to the end. I will cut the tail in the end. So like this. But I need to shape a little also this groove because it is not bending like that. Convert it into a crumbs now. So it should be like this, and then we will sand it together with the bulkhead to a proper shape, everything. More glue. More glue. Then I will start from the bow, and then I will continue to the rest. Just slight shape more here. Just don't like this angle. Actually, I can fix here because I can clamp it here. And we'll try to make it simultaneously glued. Okay, then like this. These two, but I mark them. I will mark them. And on this side, where it is with the deck, I will clean this glue because it probably will be visible on the model. So I don't want to see glue here. And now let's boil the PVA glue. Right now I want to dry it completely because I need to bend it Oh, actually my favorite wood, this is pear and boxwood. This is classic lumber from the very beginning of ship modeling. All the first models which we still can see in the museums, all of them built mostly from boxwood, but European boxwood is actually so difficult to find, it is so expensive that right now we can find more Castello boxwood. It is more grayish. Real European boxwood, it is more yellowish, but it is also so rare that European boxwood mostly we can see on carvings on models because it is very expensive, but it is so very stiff wood and it is so perfect for small carvings, small details, it is not chips off. So this is my favorites, but have to use Castello boxwood more. It is not visible here, so I can create this brown burnt glue. It's perfect. So now this plank will not move. I hope so. Now let's glue this part in the bow and then in the stern. Again, I will clean it here, but I probably will not on the upper part. Actually, I can use also pins, 7 pins or any kind of pins. It's basswood and it will be planked and it is not visible here. So I can do actually this. To clamp it. Same here. Perfect. Can add one more. And now it can dry like this without soldering iron. Let's do the same in the stern part. But in this part I will clean the glue inside. Probably I will use pins right now first. This is a tricky one. And now I can clean it. Visible. Okay, I will clamp it here with my fingers because it's very tricky, and we'll use soldering iron. Probably even can add more just into this gap and boil it. Then it will be painted and not visible. And here. Okay, let me try to remove my fingers. If it will not jump or stretch, I can glue second half. Perfect. Second half. Now I need to clean also this side. And prepare it for this plank. Second plank, I have seen it somewhere, I have taken it, or not here. Also I need to fix this angle in the bow, so I need to cut it a little more. Let's create proper angle for this plank in this part. I think I can remove this, and it will be more convenient to work. And I will eyeball first the angle, then I will send it to the proper one. Probably I need to use soldering iron here because it is trying to jump from it. So I need to boil it a little here too. Pins can't hold it properly. It can secure it, but not completely. Good. And to the end, I can cut it somewhere here. But I will save this piece. Now let's glue this side. This one somewhat doesn't want to bend. Let me slightly cut this angle. Better. Now I need to clean it on this side with deck. Can't turn, so it is visible like this, probably. I will boil this glue completely here so it will be absolutely dry and stiff, so I can continue gluing in here. I think I have said it before, but I just will repeat if somebody just joined. When I'm using soldering iron, I'm literally boiling the PVA glue, so the water evaporates instantly and it becomes stiff and cures immediately in 15 seconds or so. So it is very convenient when you have to speed up the process, especially on live streams. You don't have to do it when you are building your model. You just can clamp and wait until it will dries. But in my case, I'm doing this because I want to show you during these 2 hours how to assemble the skeleton and prepare it for planking. So I will secure it with pins also, or I can use now clamp for both sides, like this. We'll clean it on the lower part. Or I can sand it later. You see? And I can secure it with pins. This is advantages of using basswood for the model, not plywood. You can stick pins into it. And I will warm it up just to speed up the process of curing and so it will not jump. And we can move towards the stern. Let me secure it with pins and then I will clean glue on the visible part. Like my favorite tool, always trying to run away from me. And just did. It's here. I will boil it probably from this side. It is not visible, so it will keep it in proper position, this plank. And I will clean it on this side one more time. So everything what is visible I'm trying to keep clean without burns and without glue, but what is not visible I'm generously covering with glue and burning it. Like here, for example. Why it is in such weird position? What I want to do, just probably maybe create a bigger angle because it is not properly laying and I need to reglue it. Now I need to clean it one more time. And here. paint this side because this 7 pin can't hold it properly. So should be dried to the point when it is brown. I will sand it later. Are you building that version model shipways where you have to build it as a real lobster smug? Because I just imitated planking on the floor because it is just a piece of wood. And if it is basswood, everything I believe it should be basswood. Usually model shipways using basswood. You just can use different shellacks, and for example basswood under yellow shellac looks almost like boxwood. Ow! Don't stick soldering iron into your fingers, it's painful. Okay, I think it's holding. Now I can glue the deck, finally. And this will be for today final spot. Like this. Let me check camera so it will be in the proper focus. Stay here. For example, if you want to find the easiest way, you can buy even ready-made planks or strips out of boxwood and a pear, Swiss pear. There is a website. I have video planking the Pegasus, planking the deck of the HMS Pegasus. I have links under that video. I have under other videos too, but I just remember only this one. After this live stream, I will put these links in the description under this video. Just when I will finish this streaming, I will add this to this video. So you just can wait to the end or just can check planking as a deck of HMS Pegasus. So this is the easiest way, probably for ship modelers who doesn't have table saw. It's more expensive, but you have already ready perfectly shaped and sized planks. So now let's glue the final part. And I think I just will clamp it without drying with soldering iron, so it will dry until next Saturday, because tomorrow I will try to finish my day sailor. I'm saying we'll try to finish. So this will be your task for the next week, to finish this part. Who is building model shipways version has bigger quantity of parts, and I will watch carefully it on the Facebook in the group build, because I really like that version. And now I'm envy you that you have more fun to build than I with this little model. For example, this model will be painted, so it's also an option to use pins to secure it in proper position, to clamp it, etc. So this is what I can do. because under the paint it will not be visible. For example, I can properly center it here on the bow. Like this, and use pin properly centered. Yes, and I can stick it deeper. And same in the stern. I marked it, just not really precisely, just plus minus. But now I can stick this pin through it. Better not into your fingers. Like this. And now I can finish gluing it. And I have some glue right here, which I have to clean. Where is my special tool? Actually, I can use such a clamp. But now I need to clean this part because it is without anything glued to this one. Overdid it with glue. This part, cabin, I believe, yes. Now, actually, I can also use pins to secure it on the edges. And weld the glue a little to keep it into a proper position. Like this. And I can use this plank because it will keep the clamp into a proper position too. So lots of options how to bend this piece of wood. More clamps. And same here. They are stuck in constantly in wrong position. And here. And now we can check. Probably have to use clamp here. It is better to use clamp. Pins can secure position, but they can't actually bend the wood. Now I will clean glue, which I don't like here. It is easier to clean while it is still wet than when it is already dried. Let's check it in this position. What is going on here? Actually, here it's okay. It's good. Can do something like this, probably. Actually, I need to secure somehow in the middle. If it is visible, it is with a gap here. So I will clamp it, if I can reach it with this clamp. Or I will use just a piece of wood, something like this, to bend it, clamp it to something. Oh, probably I will try to use this one. And I need probably 2 like this. So I will use this one on the another side. Don't want to clamp it too tight because it's soft wood. Don't want to damage it, but then I can use this, so I will not damage it really. Ah, come on. Or just bigger stick and rubber. Short one. And then have a rounded doll. So I will create something like this with rubber bands. Stay here. Now I can add more. Yeah, it's working. Just more of them to make it tighter. Come on, don't move too far. It's too long. No, this one. Like this. Now I can tighten this side. Like this. And now it is without a gap in the middle, right here, and it's actually also, you can see it is no gaps anywhere. So I just used these 2 sticks and rubbers. Such a play with different systems. And then I can use back this one so it will be tight here, and this one also will be without a gap, like this. So wow, this is a lot of clamps. And probably I can attach somewhere 2 more. Like on the stern side. Now it's definitely properly bent. Done! Only 10 minutes longer than I usually do. I will keep it with all these clamps till the next Saturday. Where is my Macintosh? So we will unclamp all of them together. Or if I will need clamps somewhere during the week, then I probably can steal a few, but I still have 2 spare. Should I clamp them somewhere? Oh, maybe here in the bow, just because I have them. And probably I can turn off the soldering iron. Better not to forget. So that's it for today. Thank you. And this probably, I don't know on which part the most difficult, planking on this type of models or to put together this deck to bend it and to glue to all bulkheads. But this is one of the important stuff to do on this model. Because what I have seen, it is on these instructions, here it will be even easier to plank theoretically because upper part is entire sheet, lower part, not to the end, to the bow. In the end of the bow, lower part, it is right here. Oh, I will show it here. So actually, where is this triangular, so lower part, it will be just a piece of wood shaped into proper position. So only a sheet of upper part will be a full, just entire sheet. Second one will end right here and at the bulkhead, and this part will be just shaped from the piece of not basswood, softwood, very soft wood, balsa. And then it should be painted all together, so it will not be visible how it was exactly shaped. So yeah, makes sense. So we'll see. Yeah, but I already like this deck actually with planks, imitation of planks. I'm tempting probably to use shellac just to make it wooden, and it will look good. We were talking just about a boxwood, so it will look like boxwood. Then when I will start painting model, I just will glue on top of this flooring masking tape, so it will not be painted, and it will be good. Especially if seats also will be made out of walnut, I will imitate also planking on that part. It will look good. I like wooden parts on, even if it is painted model, wooden parts makes it, they are making the model more elegant, let's say. Oh, thank you. We'll see how it will go on this model, because now I am experienced modeler in painting models. This is my second painted model. I'm counting this one second because the first painted model was painted from cans, and I'm usually was using when I need to paint bottom or white paint. I mean, when it was just under the waterline, it was usually made out of cans, this paints in cans. But I started using my airbrush recently, so actually Day Sailor, this is my first painted model with airbrush. Thank you very much, guys. So then this is your task to build during this week till next Saturday on your model. And I hope to see today, in the end of the day, something at this stage. So we'll see how many clamps do you have. And then if you have some difficulties, we will discuss it in the group on Facebook. And yes, I do remember that I will put some links under this video with lumber, with strips, etc. So you can easily find some additional wood if you need. And then see you next Saturday with this lobster smack. But tomorrow we will work on the Day Sailor. It is sitting somewhere over there. You can see that mast sticking out. So this is what we do tomorrow. Let's try to rig, I don't know where is my boom. I can see jib here. Boom probably is in the box. So let's rig it, and I hope we will set up the sails. So it will be finished finally. I hope. Don't know if I can do it in 2 hours. So then see you tomorrow who want to join me with this Day Sailor, and see you next week with the lobster smack. On painting is... Oh, you're talking about paint? Yes. This is my favorite picture right now. As I said before, this is a symbol of my recovery when I was in 2022 in Kiev and got hurt my back. That it was even a question if I can return back to the US. And then while I was laying, I couldn't walk 2 weeks, I was painting that picture. And the moment I finished it, I finally got up and start walking again. So this is my symbol of recovery. And I want to frame it, just don't have proper frame for it. Day Sailor. Yeah, Day Sailor is also fun to build. I would say smaller quantity of parts, so it was easier to even glue the deck. But it is also a very fun model to build and to try to paint something, to learn how to paint it small. You can repaint it easily, as I did with white paint. So I'm quite happy with it too. Yeah, it's small model but quite tall. You can see it is, oh, I have a ruler somewhere. This is 30 centimeters or 12 inches. And it is something like 15 inches tall. So small but tall. So then see you tomorrow, guys. Have a nice day or afternoon or evening, depends from which part of the world are you watching. And see you tomorrow. Bye!